Gareth, look at him. He's sleeping. Literally, if you can't see him, he's right there. Or she is. But welcome your faces to a brand new video today, everyone. Hope you're having not a good day, having a great day so far. And today we are got some things going on, got some chit-chattering to do. Generally, just a lot of things going on again, just like a lot of things going on. It's now week 3 being in the house, so got some stuff to go on there. And mainly commencing in this vlog, we shall be working on this garden if it stops raining, because it's been raining all goddamn this morning, and I need to work on it because it's just needs a bit of TLC before all of this starts growing more. But that will be later on in the vlog. Can't jump to the main event just yet. We've got other things to do first, which commences of making coffee, because I've just woke up and today is one of those days my brain is very suffering with not doing anything. Like, I'm generally just zoning out a lot. Generally, my brain stimulation is just fading from not working. It's one of those ones. I woke up this morning, I was like, right, we need to get back into exercise. I need to get them endorphins going, so I've done that this morning. So I did half an hour on the bike. Go, did all right. But yeah, today's just one of those days where it's a bit of a struggle bus today. It feels like it's going to be a bit of a slug day, so I just need to try to keep myself proactive and not sitting too long, because I did that as soon as I finished exercise. I sat down on the settee for like 5 minutes, and I just felt myself, like, brain slipping. I snapped myself out of it, and just right, let's go shower, get sorted and whatnot. So need to keep busy today, which we're gonna do. We've got some stuff to do. We need to apply for some more jobs, stuff like that. And I'm gonna do some streaming this afternoon to kind of give my brain sanity going. So we're gonna do some of that this afternoon, just before the weekend. Then next week we've got the rounds server starting, so we've got to get everything prepared for that. Everything's pretty much done, but I feel like I'm not prepared, but I am prepared, but I am, but I'm not. I don't bloody know. I've got something to tell you. Trust me, you want to know it. It might quite appeal to you. I'm really sorry, I will stop with the puns. This is what I mean, my sanity is going. Doing little shit like this keeps me sane. So I thought I would just get this chat out of the way with now in the vlog, and we can get on doing like other fun stuff, because it's on my brain at the minute, and I just want to kind of just like vent it out to the world. Then I might feel better, because it's good talking out loud sometimes to get shit off your chest. But yeah, man, it's like I was saying like earlier in the vlog, well, just a moment ago, that it's a struggle bus today. It's a struggle bus today. I think it's just homes on a bloody reality is kind of settling in a little bit, and it's not that. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just like it's harder to get a job than I thought it would be. It really is. It's kind of like surprising, because like I'm applied for like nearly 20 jobs within the last like 2.5 weeks. The first few days I weren't doing anything, and I was like, I need to start applying really. But generally, the fact I've not really heard anything, not bloody I'm starting to get a bit declines on stuff as well, because like they look at my CV and like, nah. It's like, it's really surprising. And I'm just like, huh. But I will add into this as well. Like on Indeed, if you live in the UK, if you apply on the things, if you go to the jobs that you applied for, it does show you on there how many people have actually applied for that job that you've applied for. And it's like, it's averaging about 300 to 400 people. So it means I've only got like 300 to, well, let's say 400 to 1 chance of getting the job. It's bloody odds are so fucking high. It's mental. It's just like, Jesus Christ, it's like it's one in bloody... It's mental, absolutely fucking mental. Like the amount of people, I was like, Jesus Christ. And it's like, yeah, it's quite mental. So it's high volumes of people applying for stuff. Like, there's a lot of stuff I've applied for. It's just like, that should be sort of easy to get. No. Doesn't even matter if you have 12 years of experience of that sector you're in. Nah, doesn't at all. It's kind of a difficult time in a minute with that. So that's kind of added a bit of applied pressure there. It's like, So, but we'll keep chugging along. I'll do a little bit today. I'm not going to do as much because I did like a whole day yesterday of applying for jobs. And I think I just need a little bit of fun today, just kind of counteract that feeling a bit sluggish today. So I think we're going to apply for some today. We'll have a scout, see if there's anything, then we'll apply for some event. We're going to have some fun this afternoon, have a beer at 4 o'clock, and send the fucking week, bro, because you know what? I really need a cider. I'm really craving that cider. I don't normally do the end of the week drinking, but at the minute, I could definitely feel it today. It's difficult there, and I'm not getting out much, but I don't really want to go out. I'm quite happy being in and stuff like that. But I don't know, it's probably not good for you because you need to get out a lot. But it's like, I do kind of like, I know the area quite all right already. So, and it's that thing as well. I don't want to go out and spend money because if I go out and spend money, that's chipping out like whatever savings I've got in a minute to pay for the house and stuff like that. So that's the kind of struggle as well. So it's like anyone I speak to, like, get out, go and have a coffee and somewhere. I was like, that's gonna cost me like £5. I could just have a coffee here and just sit and look outside and just be like, oh, yes, and do exactly that. So it's always that sort of thing, but it's also good to get out a bit. But that's what I want to try. Hopefully this weekend. So where it's raining at the minute, that's good because it's been so dry outside this week. So hopefully that will loosen up the earth a bit, so make it easier a bit to turn over and do what we want to do. And I've got a good strat, so that's a positive of staying in. I've worked out what I need to do with the garden and shit like that, which I will share in this video as well because there's not many videos on it, so I will try my best to share that in this video when it comes to what to do with a garden when it's a new build house. Because this is a lot of shit in the dirt, like nails, glass, all that sort of stuff. So I will talk you through step by step on what you need to do in this video. So, but don't need to worry about that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that this weekend. I think I'm very like locked in with that. So I've got some stuff I'm like working on and stuff like that and little things going on and that, but it's just, I don't know, I think it's just that sense of just like that, not much, I don't know, I think it's just that maybe like human interaction a bit, I don't really know, you just feel that a bit like brain dead with it all, you're just like, ugh, nothing really going on, stimulating your brain enough, so I think I just need a bit of stimulating in my brain a bit, so things going on, but my brain just feels a bit out of it, so I think it's just literally that not having to use my brain a lot because generally as well I've been finding I'm not really tired as well during when it comes to evenings as well because I'm not really doing much. So hopefully getting back into exercise now that'll tire me out a little bit more. But it's like normally I've been getting to midnight the last like few weeks. I mean, like, I'm been passing out, but at the minute I'm taking like a good hour and a half to get to place sleep. I'm just like tossing and turning and just listening to the road outside and just yeah, generally need to burn this energy off. I should just do laps on the garden, shouldn't I? Like I say, I'm not. Don't mean to preach or moan or anything, but like I just want to kind of like use it as like video diary in a way, so I can look back on and just talk about it. Because like moving over 100 miles away and stuff like that, shifted my whole life, giving up everything, and just kind of that sort of thing. And I think it's good for content in a way. It's good for content, and it's like a video diary I can look back on in a few years' time when I'm like got a really good job, and I could be like, haha, how times are difficult, but times are good now. But times are still good though, man. I'm enjoying the house. I've not got. I had to Google the other day, like, what's the actual homesickness like symptoms, and I'm like, no, I don't really have much of it. So, well, I thought I did, but it's not actually nothing at the door at all. So, I don't know what it was. Probably, I would say wind, but might be the wind on the letterbox. That's what it could be actually, because I just see my little weeds blowing in the wind. That's a good thing about having some bloody weeds at the minute. Other than that, you got to get picked this weekend, mate. But yeah. So I'm enjoying everything like in the house. I'm enjoying like having my own space, settling into a kind of got a good routine now. Which I didn't really have in the first week, which was it's kind of helping my brain a bit. So I know when I get to a certain time, I can like right, I can go do this, and just that sort of stuff. So I kind of like getting a bit of structure a little bit now with like what to do and whatnot. It's just balancing it all out, man. Like when you move into living with someone, it's obviously you take into account like two people's routines, like what I like to do, what my other half likes to do. So it's kind of counterbalancing that sort of thing, and it's like a good healthy balance at the minute. It's quite settling a bit now, so it's good. It's good. The routine's coming along quite well, and generally everything's quite good. So can't complain. Can't complain. I love going food shop. That's been my personal favorite highlight. It's like proper like where you can cook your own meals. So goddamn good, man. It's so good. That's my favorite thing. I think in a minute. Other than obviously living with my other half, that's a great thing as well. But the second greatest thing, but it's cooking my own meals because I would normally get a bit of a. I'd have to spend a lot of time on the toilet. Best way to describe it. But since moving out, I'm spending less time on the toilet, so that's the positives about doing my own cooking. So I feel a bit more. I'm not having as much of a bad time, so that's quite good. So fingers crossed. More good things come. Yeah, so everything's quite really well at the minute. I've got nothing really to be like, okay, this is kind of going on in a minute. Things are like the general house itself is coming along quite well. I think all like the bills are set up and that. Did have a bit of a brain fight the other day though. I was trying to figure out British Gas, and they're quite an interesting one, like how to do homes now. It's like everything's like some things are smart and stuff like that. So that's the sort of thing like I will share in this video. It's like if you do like buy like a new home, like I think most of the like electric meters are electric. Only thing you have to do manually, like for meter readings, is gas, not the electric. The electric's done automatically, and the water's done automatic as well. So that's quite helpful. So if I could just do gas manual automatic as well, that'd be great. Then I don't need to worry about my meters at all. But it's always worth still checking anyway to make sure like they're still like matching up and down, which is quite good. So that's quite helpful. But yeah, everything's quite set up really. Council tax stuff is sort of kind of getting there now. I think that's the only like sort of last thing to sort of do. But I only recommendation I'd say if you buy a new build with council tax, build up a bit of money, because when you first move in, you don't get banded, because that's what the bandings with what you get council tax wise in the UK, and they expect you to pay for the months that you're not been paying to pay it later on. So save up a bit of money each month, and then you can pay that when you get the bill come through. But yeah, so we've got our banding now, so hopefully I will probably contact them next week now and try to go, hey, when we get our council tax bill, because I don't really want a big bill. I just want to pay monthly now, please. So that's the only thing we've got left to do. But everything's quite sort of set up, really. Nothing really left to do in the house. Everything's really together now. It's a home. Obviously, there's still like one or two things that need to be put up on the walls, little units maybe to get, but it's pretty much fully together. And I'm not going to do a proper like full house tour or anything like that in these videos, because you'll probably see parts of it on social media, parts of it in the vlogs. But there's certain rooms, it's just like, I don't know, just don't want to really do a full house tour sort of thing. So like the main parts you'll see probably is just like little bits here and there. So I won't be doing like a proper full video on like house tour or anything like that, just for just a bit of privacy. But like I say, there won't be that much privacy because you will see parts of it in the vlog and stuff like that. So you'll sort of construct together sort of the thing, like what the house looks like and stuff like that from what I've already sort of shown you in the vlogs and stuff like that. So don't expect a full house tour video, okay? I might do, I don't know, I've already sort of done it, haven't I? I don't need to do an office one. But maybe I could do something like that, maybe like the finished off product. But it was kind of like what I did the other day, really. But yeah, the house is quite good, man. Mate, talk about a bloody wet day. Well, certainly he's got to get that bloody mud out there bloody nice and bloody loose when I turn it over tomorrow. Absolute disgusting day, mate. The fact it's gone to that is insane. Proper, like, torrential thunder, man. What on earth? Like, give you an idea, like, how much is, like, thrown it. If I can get it in shot, like, if you can see that drain over there, like, literally, it's pouring fucking out. Like, it's that much rain. It's, like, a literally fucking pouring. What the hell? In front bedrooms. Like, look at the size of the hailstones. Like, ginormous. I was like, proper... It's like proper thudding against the window. It's like, fucking hell, is there like a leak or something like that? But no, it's just proper like in front of the house. Jesus Christ. I smash a fucking window with the size of those fucking bastards. Alright, today's the date. Quick work on you, because the sun is out and the blue skies are out. Coffee at hand, rake out, let's go. Alright, what we're working with is we've got these little posts all around the garden. And this is where the grass is mainly going to be. But as you'll see, there's just shit in it. So we need to clear that out and try and make this a bit more reasonable and better. So let's get going. And there we have it. Lots of money later. Lots of green soil, shovel. I feel like a proper man. Right, I'm thinking, get this bit sort done. That side's already done. Do that later. Then we'll get some of the plants in. Then kind of start coming together a bit more. Much progress getting there now. Got an outline for where the grass is going to go. Path is going to go there. Flowers in up there. We're making good progress. But it's bloody knackering. Right, so we've got all the little grass on the lawn now. Basically, you can see the outline there. That's going to be the grass. Then we're going to have like some sort of decking up there, path down there, and more patio here. But that's the lawn basically. 4 hours. Came out well before that. Yeah, we went out for a bit, so about 4 and a bit hours. A cider everything later. I have talked about this a little bit, but Jigmin, if you're watching, there's lots of rocks there if you want some, mate. Literally a whole bucket full. Cider at the hand, and I have now collapsed up out of the shower, and I am now done in, literally, right? If you see on my hand, I've got blisters. A lot of work, but it's done. And we're going to order some waffles and milkshake and chill out. Much needed reward after this day. It's like, they don't lie, it's tiring doing the garden. Now this is what you call a good dessert. Kinder Bueno waffle with a Smartie milkshake. Oh, I can definitely say the waffle 10 out of 10. How's the cookie?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I need to try another place then.
That's a cookie. Right, so it is now a few days on since we have done the garden, and I thought I'd just do a quick update of what we actually did do to the garden. I didn't really do it while doing it because I was just focusing, just getting the job done. This is like a few days on, obviously it's not going to be a major difference. It says it won't make a difference for about what you call 7 days. Like you won't see anything kind of sprouting, but you can see like where the outline is, what we've done. Like you can see at the back, like the difference already is massive. Ignore this, it's not straight, so we need to straighten it up. But we're gonna have like a patio, like kind of going down there, then all around here, and patio decking at the back. So it's not 100%, but we just want to kind of get the grass in, the bushes, like either side. So yeah. So what we did is rake the garden over. So we've got a fork, put it to the ground, turn it over, get the soil loose, but don't go too deep. That's one thing I've learned. Don't get sexual. That I'm being serious. Don't go too deep. It's one of those like just go very loosely into the ground, turn it over, and just do that for the whole entire garden. Obviously, I do recommend measuring out where you want things in your new build properties or just generally your garden, because that's really helpful. Because when we first started doing it, we didn't really know what we wanted. So peg everything out, like put little things into the ground, measure it up, get a bit of rope and string it off so you know where things are. So in your brain, you sort of know where you're working. So that's what I generally recommend doing. Then just get yourselves like a little rake thing, and I'll show you what I mean rake-wise now. They would be the tools I recommend if you're doing stuff in your garden, because it really helps. Because the long one with the claws, the rake, I call it, that really helps loosen up the ground and makes it level it out. And turn it over, then flatten it straight again. That really helps with the leveling. But if you want to do it professionally, plank of wood, spirit level and all that stuff, but we just did it with what we had, so it's not perfect, but I'm an amateur at all of this. Oh, well, I'm a noob really, as you would say, but that's what's basically we've done. And any like sort of like loose soil that you have as well, I've learned, push it over to where you go for flower beds. I recommend with a garden, have somewhere to have all like the loose dirt, so we've put it to like either around the side, so like generally, like if you look at just around the edge of the garden, like we've got this bit of wood just around here. I've just pushed all the stuff, like you could probably like see it, like it's all like clear there, but I've pushed it all to the side because the bushes are going to be kind of like overflowing. They're going to be the main dominant thing, so I've just kind of pushed it to the side really, because there was a bit of a gap underneath the fence, so I've just kind of pushed it there to kind of cover up the gaps in the fence, and generally just done that. It's because I just push it around the edges of your fences. It's probably not the most professional thing to do. Like I say, I'm not a pro at this. This is from what I've just researched online, and it's not that much research out there really. So that's what I just generally recommend doing. Like level it out, push any stuff to like where you got flower beds, and just go from there. Then if you have any rocks and stuff like that, I think I've also learnt there, it's like put it like where you got maybe like pathways or decking, or If not that, just chuck on your flower beds, bury it into the ground a bit, and then just plant some flowers around it and some nice bushes. You know, that's the best way to do it. Because I was like very close to ordering a skip, but I was like, mate, I don't want to order a skip because that's like 200 quid, say, and just to put some things in it, I'm just like, it's not worth it in the end. So that's me just trying to be alternative by not spending money and just trying to utilize the garden. So we're gonna give it a week, see how it does. Then we should hopefully maybe have a little bit of progress, and we'll do a bit more work. We're still planning out the things in the garden in a minute, but that will all come together, and I'll show you in the vlogs as we construct it as well. Do apologise for the lot of rambling there, but I just want to kind of like share my experiences with you, because generally, like say people like my age or anything like that, if you're buying a new property, most gardens just come blank, and so you have to like start from scratch. So my recommendations: plan out what you want in your garden, peg it down, like where you want your grass, flower beds, maybe patio and stuff like that. A shed, just work all that out first before doing anything, then go from there, then turn up all the ground and stuff like that. So yeah, mainly you just need to focus on your grass. That's the main area, because if you're putting patio down like in the areas of your garden, then also that's got to be ripped up and leveled properly and stuff like that. So do that later on. But if you're just putting grass down like seed wise, then just do that. That's what I recommend. But the other thing I would probably chuck in as well as recommendation is take into consideration as well water. Like if is your garden on a tilt? Is it like goes to one side a bit or anything like that? Because that's a very interesting one. Because if you don't level it out well, water can obviously flow down towards your house. Like our house is kind of like just on a slight hill, but luckily for us, like I woke up this morning and like literally that spot right there is a bit of a dent into the ground, so there's a bit of a puddle there this morning. But luckily enough, that's not the finished job. So because we're going to be putting extending the patio set that we got out there by one more, so it's not finished yet. But that's one thing I've noticed. So the water's kind of gathering down to there in a minute. So that would mean to me I would have to raise it up a bit because I want it to go to the other side. So that's a good thing to learn with it as well. So like maybe it's like if you start doing some things, you notice like these little things like floods, puddles and stuff like that. It means you can level it out a bit, whatnot. So because you don't want to be walking out your back door where it's all flooded, because you want to have like a nice thing. So you want to kind of usher the water away from the property, because there'll be problems later in life. And you want it kind of like go down to the side of the house. Or just anywhere away from the main house, like to like the back alley or anything like that, towards the garage, anything like that really. So yeah, hopefully that has helped and sharing my experiences really. But it is now start of a new week now, so I'm going to start wrapping up this vlog, and I will be starting a new vlog in the next few days. Got some things kind of going on, which we will share in the next vlog. But hopefully you have enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe. And next week we've got some cracking things going on, so make sure you tune in for that, alright? But thank you so much for the support on the vlogs. I love all your faces. Continue supporting, leaving a like, commenting really helps as well. I'll see you all in the next one. Don't have a good day. Have a great day. Bye-bye.